page. It's probably on
Yes,
the page.
it is. Do you want a link or?
Cyberpunk 2077. No, it's fine. I'll find it. So yeah, it's right here. Okay. I'm gonna change it real quick. Yeah, okay, so yeah, first of all, okay. We should have paid more attention to making sure all this shit, right? Okay, finally.
All right.
We would always like everyone who buys our games to be satisfied with their purchase. We would appreciate it if you give us a chance, but if you are not pleased with the game on your consoles and want to wait for updates, you can opt to refund your console. For copies purchased digitally, please refund the system of PSN or Xbox respectively. For box versions, please try to get a refund at the store where you bought the game. Should this not be possible, please contact us at blah blah blah. Right? Okay. So first of all, number one. Okay, number one. And this is what's gonna really, really piss me off. Okay.
Okay.
Is they tell you to go through the channels of which you have bought the game respectively.
All right.
Right? Being the PlayStation Store and the Xbox, Microsoft Store. I don't know about Microsoft's refund policy when it comes to digital. So, you know what? I won't even attempt to go into that, right? What I will do is say, okay, so you want me to refund a game from PlayStation from Sony. Have you ever tried to fucking do that?
I heard it's not great unless you've it's another policy is if you haven't loaded the game up, you can probably get a refund.
Yes. Which, how would you know that you're unsatisfied with the game's performance unless you play it on PlayStation? How would you know that? You won't know it unless you play the fucking game. Right?
No, yeah.
So, right away, you're fucked, basically, on PlayStation. They're not going to help you on PlayStation. They're not. Because they said, yeah, you can contact us. Contact them if you want to refund your game through the store for physical editions. Because right now, physical editions, stores are weird about refunding right now. Coronavirus. GameStop will give you $3. All these things, right? When it comes to physical. So that's one thing. But when it comes to PlayStation, they're not going to help you. And if you used your one refund a year because you're a kid or whatever, right? Maybe you were one of the people that thought Avengers, because Avengers was a huge letdown for a lot of people. Huge letdown. Let's think about all the letdowns that happened over the course of the last year, right? Avengers, huge letdown. You could hate Call of Duty, you could just hate it because skill-based matchmaking is really a piece of shit. You could hate a ton of games, okay? Who knows, right? First of all,
yeah, but let's see, it might not even have been a game that came out this year.
Exactly. Might not even been, yeah. So there's a ton of games right now. You use your one refund a fucking year or forever via Sony PlayStation, you're screwed. Is that a Sony PlayStation problem? It has been forever, but CD Projekt Red telling us to then use our channels there is doing nothing for us. It does nothing. It does nothing for people. It does nothing for their consumers on that platform, which is probably the bulk of where these fucking sales came from. Especially if you consider the fact that, PlayStations have outsold Xboxes fucking massively. Most people who play video games have a PlayStation 4 in their home today. And I'm not talking a PlayStation 4 Pro, a PlayStation 4 base. Okay? I can't even get a PlayStation 5 right now.
Yeah.
I can't get a fucking PlayStation 5. Okay? So you should get a PlayStation 5. How? Right? How? Number one.
Yeah, so why don't you just get a PS5? No, that's what you should do. You have the money, right?
Yeah, exactly. Now here's my other thing. You could, if you maybe you should just get physical editions if you're on PlayStation so you can fucking. Okay, listen, fucko. The reason anyone gets physical copies anymore today is to give a gift to people. Right?
Or if it's a game they really, really like.
It's a game they really, really like, right? Sure.
Yeah,
but
copies,
but hey, you know what the season is? The season of gift giving. Where most people love video games now because all we can do is be inside, especially, right? And you get Aunt Gracie, right? She's 64 years old. She's getting a video game for her 16-year-old nephew who, she doesn't keep she doesn't know, she doesn't keep up in the space. What she does
Yeah,
know is that Keanu Reeves from The Matrix, from those movies that she grew up, oh gosh, he's on this Cyberpunk game. Oh, oh, that's
I
crazy.
say they missed an opportunity by not putting him on the cover.
I mean, sure. It doesn't matter too because you see trailers for it everywhere. You see it. I've been seeing trailers for it on
Yeah.
TV. I've been seeing trailers for it on YouTube, whatever. Right? She's probably a Facebook person too, right? And so that's where you're seeing all the ads from.
But you can continue. I was just
No. But you get what I'm saying. So
yeah, I
then,
get you.
like, so she's like, oh, okay, cool. My nephew, whatever, my grandson, they love video games. I see Keanu Reeves somewhere for a promo material. I'm gonna buy this thing. I hear the kids love these video games, right? I'm gonna wrap it up. She doesn't keep up with the space because it's only people like us that are in really gaming culture that keep up with this shit because there's just too much, right? She's worried about the fucking coronavirus ending. She's worried about her life. She's worried about her job and shit. Where getting her fucking paycheck at the end of the day. She doesn't give a shit about video games, right? Only nerds play that shit. Okay, real men play football.
Losers, am I right?
Yeah, exactly. So she's waiting for Christmas morning to have her whatever, her child of some degree, little Jimmy, wants to give little Jimmy her fucking his Christmas gift. Christmas morning. Right. Last time I checked, Christmas is on the 25th. You know when when the contact date deadline ends for CD Projekt Red and Cyberpunk?
Don't say it's like the 20th. Don't say that.
It's the 21st, baby.
Oh, that's bad.
That's fucking abysmal.
No.
Because do you understand how many copies are probably just sitting wrapped up for the PlayStation 4 version for Christmas morning?
I remember even as a kid, like I'd make a Christmas list, and Mom and Dad saw The Last of Us and Batman Arkham Origins on there. That's what they would get me.
Yes,
right?
You would just get it because they'd be like, "Oh, okay, that's for." They see PlayStation 4. Oh, my kid loves the PlayStation 4. He plays it all day. He plays it all day. I'm gonna get him a fucking gift, and I see it says PlayStation 4 on it. Cyberpunk 2077 is one of the biggest games out right now. They already made their fucking money back just on pre-orders, and some they already made a profit. They already won. They got you. They fucking scammed you, and like most of the fucking gifts are gonna be broken. They're gonna be broken. They're not gonna be able to play their fucking game. It's not gonna work.
Like you saw that video I sent you, right?
Yes.
You saw all those bugs.
Yes. And like I said, bugs are one thing. Crashes and unplayability are another. And then on top of that, they're praised as being this very transparent, open company, which they have been for so long. I don't understand why they would just burn all their goodwill by actively hiding the fact that the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One versions were just simply not ready and were buggy pieces of shit, and they wouldn't let reviewers use their own review footage. They had to use pre-done review footage, and then they were also only allowed to play versions that were either PS4, Xbox Series X, or PC version ready. So the highest end spec version of the game were the only things allowed. Why would you just not allow? And then on top of that, you make reviews. You lift the embargo 2-3 days before the game's release, and everyone's like, yeah, the game's a little bit buggy, but it works perfectly fine for the most part. It's kind of game breaking occasionally, but at least it's a fun experience and it's totally worth all the hassle. So that's the review. It has incredibly high scores. It's this really ridiculous thing. And then the game comes out. The mass majority don't experience that at all. They're like, why is it buggy? And then you find out, oh, this shitty company decided to fucking sweep it under the rug.
Oh, dude. So I've never done this before. I opened up Cyberpunk's reviews on Metacritic, right?
Oh, it's bad.
Okay, so
it's bad, but it's good.
I see the PC version sitting at 89. Then I see the PS4 and Xbox version, the previous gens, 50 and 51.
Okay, well the PS4 version is sitting at a 50,
Yeah, they have 5 reviews on them, so I said it's not fair.
but then the
But I
user
can't get
score, which has 6,000 over 6,000,
a 2.9.
2.9.
Yeah,
This. So this game does not deserve to be sitting at a 90, 89 on Metacritic at all. I don't believe it does.
see, I don't want to call the reviewers biased. Like,
The thing is they're not though. They're not because they had a
no,
good experience because they played it on the only thing that they were allowed and provided to play it on.
yeah, it's true.
So they gave their probably genuine honest reviews. I'm sure it's a fun game. A lot of people seem to think the combat's kind of boring, but so for me that's like, okay, well, I don't really care, right? Because me, if I ever play this game, I'm not playing it for combat.
No, you don't play it for the combat.
Yeah, I mean, which is most of the reason why I would play the game, to be honest. I mean, not why I would play the game, but it's I would like it to be at least interesting and fun. But if the most thing about it that keeps me interested and is fun to me is the world, hey, sure, I probably won't finish the fucking game if that's the case, but at least I can go into it with like a purpose, a sense of enjoyment. I know what I'm going to want to try to attempt to enjoy. In
Right.
this case, holy shit. If the thing doesn't work, if I can't enjoy the world because the glitches are breaking the world and they're fucking everything up and they're ruining my experience and immersion, then the game is just simply not up to snuff. And I don't like it. I wish I could play this game so I could honestly see, I want a pair of CD Projekt Red glasses. I really do. I want to be able to fucking be like, yeah, like they're cool. But from what I have seen, they are just kind of shitty. Like I just don't get why people defend this. I don't. I don't understand why. I don't know. I really don't.
Like, imagine if I think about this like a little more. I think about it more so because people have just won't stop talking about Cyberpunk, so it makes me think about what CD Projekt Red. This is my experience with CD Projekt Red games are, which is The Witcher 3, a fantastic game.
Yeah.
But I think about it so much, and then like I keep thinking about its flaws, and I'm just like
Is-
pretend I played DMC, but I only got 2 upgrades the entire way through.
the
Is basically how I've been playing the.
I think the thing that bugs me too is that like I really don't want to bring up DJ. But okay. So me and him have this thing where I like Nintendo. You like Nintendo. Most people like Nintendo.
I love Nintendo.
DJ hates
I don't.
fucking Nintendo.
There's. I will say, I'll give a little leeway, just a little bit, because I don't think Nintendo understands the definition of copyright.
No, okay. So here's the whole thing, right?
Okay.
We can all agree Nintendo is just a shitty company when it comes to anything involving the internet and the real world and the internet. They're an awful company. They're fucking horse shit. They make amazing games. Their games are fantastic, right?
Yeah.
For the most part, right? Like when a Nintendo title drops and it's of one of Nintendo's IP, it is a hot drop and we're all like, mwah, mwah, right? Okay.
Hashtag Odyssey and Breath of the Wild. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. DJ believes that is all nostalgia and none of those games
No.
are actually good,
No.
which
No.
is, I mean, fine. If you don't like the game, you don't like the game. That's fine. But you can't deny that objectively most people enjoy their games. That's why they thrive as a company. If their games weren't good, then their fucking company would be under the ground because the good games are the only thing. The good games and the brands are the only thing keeping that company afloat. Just in general. Their shit is fantastic. It sells well all the time. Nintendo Switch is one of the fastest growing platforms in terms of gaming right now. Currently, it was the thing that was the most hardest things to get your hands on during the pandemic because everyone fucking wanted one because Animal Crossing was insane.
Yeah, even when Breath of the Wild launched on Switch, that was where are you gonna get a Switch?
They can't throw Switches at households fast enough. They can't. So
It's probably one of the most innovative consoles overall.
it is. It is. It's got issues. It's got a lot of
Oh no.
issues,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
but like it's probably one of the coolest consoles of all time. That's the only reason we defend Nintendo is because the shit they make is cool. The shit that
Yeah.
they make is cool, and we like the shit they make. But we all raise our pitchforks because Nintendo is a shitty company when it comes to the internet. They're awful. They're
Yeah.
they're terrible.
And
They're
they're
stuck in 1987. They're defending their
that's fine.
bottom
Yeah.
line legally, and that's fine. Like I get it. Like the thing about Nintendo too is legally they've been in the right every single time. We all know it. We all roll our eyes at it because we can't really defend it. It's just in bad taste, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you get a company like CD Projekt Red that has so much good faith. So much good faith. They were raised as like the poster children for how you should run a company. And for a long time we all said yes, right? Because they were just so transparent, they were so cool, they were for the memes. They kept on, you know what I mean? Like they kept on doing the up and up. They had open communication. They did all this cool shit. They earned more goodwill than they probably deserved. I think one of the bigger reasons is that they got such goodwill was because the writer, the guy who owns The Witcher 3, the author, is a fucking asshole and he kept coming for them constantly. And they would handle it with such grace. And we would look at that and say, "Oh wow, holy shit, look at the public relations on that company. They are fucking phenomenal. Like they are incredible. They could be dragging his name through the mud. They could be trying to go through legal battles constantly, but no, they want to respect him. They want to be cool guys. They want to be all this shit."
Right.
And like they had everything. They had everything. And I don't that is one of the reasons why it's like cool, right? Love the company, great, they run .gog, you know? Like cool. Awesome. We fucking love that because you're trying to integrate all this shit together. You have one really, really successful game franchise that everyone kind of loves. Cool. I never played it, but whatever. So to me, you have no respect as a game company, but you have the respect of others. So I will put respect on your name anyway because of
Right.
all the cool things you've done.
They're not an EA.
They're not an
Basically, is all
EA. They're like
I feel like.
they were like the anti EA.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they go and do this, hiding performance issues on their game, hiding just problems in general. I don't mind the bugs. I really don't. I don't care about that. I expected that in this game. That is inevitable when you're making a fucking Skyrim. Okay.
I didn't think it would be this bad though.
The thing is, in retrospect, it's honestly not that bad. It's kind of bad, but it's not that bad. If you look at the PC versions, right, running the latest software, it's still a great experience. That's probably worth the bugs. It's unplayable on anything other than that. So if it's unplayable to the majority, and then you have this policy, which at first glance is, oh, well, at least they're trying to make up for it. No, they're not, because they fucking got you. Because you're not going to go through the proper channels. You're not going to receive help because you purchased a Sony digital copy, which are the people that want a refund, probably. You're not going to get it. You're not going to get it. And for the people that are going to get this game Christmas morning, they're going to open it up and be like, oh, okay, well, at least CD Projekt Red was willing to help me. No. Communications died on the 21st, 4 days before Christmas. Hey, your game will be fixed in January. Or sorry, February. CD
I
Projekt
don't know.
Red. What the fuck?